Hello, and welcome to week 6 of the CDL Draft League. This week I'm facing off against Demo, coach of the Barcelona Balloons. I love that team logo, it's very, very cute, very fun. He has a pretty spooky, terrifying team that I have to face this week, consisting of incredible offensive threats like Dojuo, Growlithe, Onyx, and Staryu. Staryu can even be a mixed bag with defensive stuff, with Light Screen and Reflect and Thunder Wave, Recover. A real annoyance. The Pancham here is spooky. Spritzy and Pumpkaboo are both pretty good defensive mons here, and the Magikarp is certainly a Pokemon. But yeah, this is a tough week. I'll have my work cut out for me. I have had my work cut out for me, in fact. And I'll get into the team that I've built to face him right now. Firstly, we have Abra, Choice Scarf Abra, in fact. The first week I'm not running Focus Sash after running Focus Sash for flipping weeks in a row. We are not running the Focus Sash this time, we're running Scarf because I expect Scarf Dojuo to come to this game. It's just like it can outspeed my Abra and my Apom, and it still outpaces the rest of my entire team. And I only have one flying resist, which is Hone Edge, so Scarf is pretty easy for him to slap on here. So I've decided to counter that with my own Choice Scarf Abra. I have Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball to hit the whole team for good damage. Trick to get rid of my Scarf if I decide that I don't want it anymore. I can pass it on to Pumpkaboo or Spritzy, maybe lock them into a not so favourable move. That's pretty much it for Abra. Just a different set this time, a more fun set to look forward to using it. Next up, we have Eviolite Turtwig showing up again, with Bullet Seed and Hidden Power Rock to deal damage, consistent damage across the entire team, Stealth Rock to get up my rocks, and Reflect for things like the Growlithe switching in, or the Pancham, or the Dojuo, or the Onyx. Really any physical attacker. This is kind of like my dedicated lead Pokemon. I plan on just leading with this and clicking Stealth Rock, because this faces off, this matches up pretty well into pretty much anything Demo would want to lead here, maybe except for Pancham and Pumpkaboo. But if it's Onyx leading trying to get rocks up, we can Bullet Seed to get through Sturdy. If it's Dojuo leading, we can get up a Reflect, reduce the damage of Brave Bird, and well, obviously it'll be hitting afterwards, but he'll be getting Recoil. Hidden Power Rock can also do a bunch of damage to it, same thing with Growlithe. If it's Staryu leading to do something weird, I can Bullet Seed it, or just get up my rocks, I don't know. It'll depend on what I see come out. But yeah, this is just a pretty decent lead. Pretty reliable, so we're just gonna stick with it. Running Overgrow again because I have Bullet Seed. So yeah, that's Turtwig. Next up, we have Apom, good offensive threat here, outspeeds the whole team except for Staryu. We are running very standard Fake Out, Fury Swipes, Knockoff, and Brick Break. Brick Break here is for in case Staryu tries to set up Light Screen and Reflect. I want to be able to break those. It also still hits Onyx for super effective damage, should two-shot it. As long as it's not Weak Armor Onyx. Sure hope it's not. But yeah, no. Fury Swipes hits everything else in the team except for Pumpkaboo, which is why I have Knockoff. Generally a good Pokemon here, just as per usual, very standard set, he's just gonna do his thing. Next up we have Stunky, Life Orb Stunky, my second Life Orb attacker here. Slush Bomb and Dark Pulse hits the whole team for pretty good damage. Hits them all for neutral or super effective. I have Sucker Punch so that I can catch things faster than me, such as Staryu or the previously mentioned Choice Scarf Dojuo, as well as a Flame Charge Growlithe or a Weak Armor Onyx, anything like that. Substitute here is kinda like, because like this, say I face off against Pumpkaboo or Growlithe, right? They might be trying to burn me thinking I'm a physical set, right? Which you might expect, which you probably would expect, given that I have a higher physical attack than special attack. So if I'm faster than both of them, and if I can click sub here, I can block the Will-O-Wisp, and then I will be able to tank a hit for completely free, which is brilliant. Also just helps if I think the opponent is going to be switching out, I can easily get a free sub, and I can make my next move more easily. But yeah, this guy just seems good. Because we're running mixed offense, I have a little bit into both special attack and physical attack, which means we are running a minus special defense nature. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass, but we will just have to wait and see. Moving on from Stunky, we have our Hone Edge. Now this is a fun set, I like this one a lot. Autotomize, obviously, gives us a +2 speed boost, which is brilliant. Mainly because, like, after an Autotomize, I outspeed the whole team, even with just a little bit of speed investment, which is nice. Ironhead and Rock Slide generally hits the whole team for pretty good damage. Staryu and Pancham are kind of, well, not Pancham, Staryu and Pumpkaboo are kind of annoying. It's really just a Staryu I can't hit very well, but that is why we have Destiny Bond. So if this thing tries to take us down, we can Destiny Bond it. We can do the same with any Pokemon that we outspeed after an Autotomize, which should be everything, bar any Scarf Pokemon, or Flame Charge Growlithe. This is mainly here though because I needed an answer to Doduo. Like I mentioned earlier, Doduo is my only... Sorry, Doduo's flying moves. I only have one resist to it, and it's Hone Edge. And on the off case that it's not Scarf Doduo and it's clicks Brave Bird as I switch into Hone Edge and then it goes for knockoff, with my Hellite and the Colba Berry, it'll reduce the damage of that knockoff and we will be able to Rock Slide it, and it should just be a one-hit KO. Which will be very nice to get if we can get it. Destiny Bond is kind of like a last case scenario type thing, I suppose, as well. But maybe it'll come in useful. We'll see. So yeah, a bit of an odd set, but I think one that can work out if done well. We have a pretty decently well spread EV set. So yeah, that's Hone Edge. Moving on to my final Pokemon, which is the Drilbur. Now this is not Mold Breaker, again for the first time. We're running actually Sandstorm plus Sand Rush. You'll notice a lot of my Pokemon are running Speed, because the opponent's team is very speedy. So great thing about this is after a Sandstorm I outspeed everything on the opponent's team, even any Pokemon that could be Scarfed we outspeed. Rock Slide and Earthquake hits the whole team for neutral or super effective damage, although Pumpkaboo is kind of annoying with not having Shadow Claw. Means that I won't be able to hit that for super effective, which is kind of annoying, but sacrifices had to be made. So instead we have Swords, which is why I have Swords Dance here. If I can get up a Sandstorm and a Swords Dance, we should be looking to potentially just sweep, bar any sturdy Pokemon like Onix, or which it probably will be, or any Focus Sash Pokemon that could show up. Nothing on their team really looks like it wants to hold a Sash, but like, you never know. But yeah, this should be a really good offensive Pokemon if I can get it up, get it set up in the right position. Obviously, we have to be careful of Will-O-Wisp, so need to watch out for that. But yeah, this is my second Eviolite user as well. It allows me to tank. It just allows me to tank hits better. I can survive a hit from Pumpkaboo, Staryu, and Doduo. Otherwise, as well as I can survive a hit from pretty much anything. I can survive one attack from anything, which I wouldn't be able to do without this. So it felt pretty necessary. So yeah, that is Drilbur, and that's the team. We have Hone Edge, Abra, Apom, Turtwig, Drilbur, and Stunky. Pretty tough matchup, this one, and my team is definitely a bit unorthodox as well. I really don't know how it's going to go. We'll just have to see how it goes when we get into it. I'm hoping I can at least take down enough Pokemon with me, because I need to try and win these next few battles if I want to have a chance of getting into playoffs. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I'll call it there, and I will cut to the battle right now. Okay, here we are with week 6, and we see Demo's team right here. We see Spritzy, Staryu, Pumpkaboo, Doduo, Onix, and Growlithe. About exactly what I expected. No Magikarp and no Pancham, makes sense. So in a way this is good because this is exactly what I expected. In a way it's bad because these are the 6 scariest Pokemon on the team. But we are just going to stick with our lead Turtwig, and we are just going to give it our best shot. Okay, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Demo. Let's see what you got. What did you lead with? Please tell me it was Onix or Staryu. That would be beautiful. That is the Staryu. Beautiful. Okay. I don't mind that one bit at all. Obviously, this can be Life 4 by Beam, which would be really bad. But I think even if that is the case, I will just be going straight for a Stealth Rock here. Bullet Seed would be really nice to get off immediately, but I doubt this is staying in if I'm being completely honest with you. If he Ice Beams, then he's good. But at least we'll have rocks up. So let's see what happens here. Withdraws, so we get our rocks up for free, pretty nice. I'm expecting Growlithe to come in here. That definitely looks like a Growlithe to me. Yup. And it's Intimidate. Makes sense. Get up our rocks. And now we are going to Reflect. See what this is trying to do. This will lower its damage as Flame Charge. Yup, that seems about right. Flame Charge. We get up a Reflect. So now this is doing far less damage, which is beautiful. Pretty sure we won't get killed by Flare Blitz here, but regardless, I'm probably just going to stay in. Because I don't think any of my Pokemon can take a hit from this very well, except for Drilbur, but I'm not really trying to deal with all that. This would be nice to keep alive for Onix, I guess, but I'm not sure it's really worth it. Let's see though, we can at least figure out the damage this was doing to me. Flame Charge. Did 8 damage to us. So this doesn't look attack invested at all, actually. With a Reflect up. Flare Blitz should only be doing about 7 damage to us, actually. So I will just be going for HP Rock. Lower this thing's attack as much as I can. It goes for a Will-O-Wisp. That is no problem at all. I do not mind that whatsoever. We get a free Hit Power Rock here. See how much damage this does. Nice chunk. Can't complain about that. It's more than I thought it would be as well. So that's good. It's definitely a Violet though, it seems. Well, maybe not, definitely, but I feel like it is. We'll go for another Hidden Power Rock though. We'll see if this excuse me, we'll see if this ends up being Berry Juice or something, at which point we will force him to consume that. This is fine. I don't mind Turtwig dying here either, because it means we get to go to Drilbur. Well, maybe not Drilbur, but we'll probably go Abra. But we'll just have to see what ends up happening here. Goes for another Flame Charge. Not trying to take a risk on some recoil, which makes sense. Let's see this. Is this Berry Juice? Get more chip. Yeah, it's Berry Juice. That kind of sucks, but at least we're burning through it. Okay. I think Reflect might run out here actually, but no, I think we might have one more turn, so we will go for another Hidden Power. Goes for Thief. Steals my Violet. How dare you? Okay. So this is annoying. I don't remember seeing if Reflect wore off here, but let's go for another one. I think it probably did. That kills us regardless. That's okay. Turtwig's dead, but you know what? He did a decent job. Reflected wear off, which is quite sucky here. But I think Drilbur's okay here, even if he burns us. Really wish I'd put Facade on this now. But I mean, like, what else can I do here, right? anything else that outspeeds. So yeah, we'll go Drilbur here. Now we can burn us as we have established. Two Earthquakes still KOs though, so I could Sandstorm here. We'll get chip on it too. And on any other Pokemon that ends up trying to come in. But this definitely isn't a great start for us. At first it was looking like it was alright, but I'm not so sure now. I could always Sandstorm, but I could always Swords Dance even, but I don't want him to end up Flare Blitzing. And then we just lose a bunch of health for no reason. We just lose a Drilbur actually, so probably go for Sandstorm here. Yeah, go for Sandstorm. Goes for Will-O-Wisp, that's fine. Oh, I really wish I'd put Facade on this now, but it's okay. It's buffeted by the Sandstorm, which is nice to see. Now we should outspeed this. I think we go for a Swords Dance and then we go for an Earthquake, right? That looks good to me. Still KOs, yeah, definitely. So, and we threaten whatever comes out next with more damage, so. Does go for another Flame Charge though, which was a misplay on my end. Because now I think he can just Flare Blitz and kill me. Which is not something I considered. Depends on whether this outspeeds us or not here though it almost certainly does. So let's see what happens. At the very least we're getting Sandstorm chip on it. Does this just kill us? It does, I'm pretty sure it does. So if it's Flare Blitz here, then I misplayed and he played very well. Imagine if we were even like Lumberry on this now. Oh well. He's taking his time to think though. Maybe Flare Blitz doesn't kill or he just doesn't have it. This could be well charged less, to be fair. For the Ducklet. And you know, even if he does end up going Dojo here, it's not like we can't hit it with a Rock Slide or anything. We should be on our second turn of Sandstorm. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but we used it here. And I think that was one turn. We'll just see how it goes. I can work out the exact details if I have to. He does withdraw. Yeah, into Dojo, I assume. Halabu. Oh, this is the Pumpkaboo. Right, yeah. Let's see how much this does, though. Not much, I assume. No. Gets buffeted by Sandstorm, though. And we can maybe go for a Rock Slide here. I could also just make the easy switch into Stunky. Is this a Violate? I think it is. This is big Pumpkaboo. The big guy. Yeah, Giga Drain does kill us here. The Rock Slide won't be doing much more than that Earthquake was. This also might not be a Violate, this might be Berry Juice here. So, I think I'm going to switch, and we'll save this Stunky, save this Drilbur for a sacrifice or something later down the line. I think Stunky's the switch right now. Let's see what happens here. Goes for Synthesis. That's not going to be healing too much in the sand though. And we'll go for a sub here. I don't see why not. If he tries to burn us, then we get a free sub. If he tries to switch out, we get a free sub. Pretty sure it doesn't do over 25 to us with any of its moves either. Not even like a rock slide I think will do enough. But we'll see what happens here. So he doesn't switch. Let's see a Will-O-Wisp. Yes, there we go. Nice. Beautiful. Sandstorm also ends here. We'll go for a Dark Pulse. Let's see. This is a straight up KO. If it's not a Violet, I think it does with our Life Orb. Let's see. It's Colbur Berry actually, okay. Don't mind that. It's totally fine. We do reveal Life Orb. Oh, okay. Beautiful, okay. Only hit twice. Totally fine by me. There's no Dark Resist on this team except for Spritzy, which we can slap with a Sludge Bomb after it tries to switch in, so Dark Pulse is a very free click here. If it's Shadow Sneak here, I suppose that could break it. Yeah, okay. Very well played on his end then. That's gonna break this, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, well played. Well played. Very well played. Okay. Okay, we're still sitting at a nice... Still sitting at 12 health, and yeah, this is the Staryu coming in here. The annoying thing is we don't know what this is trying to do here. This could be a very easy, like if it's going for Rapid Spin or Light Screen or Reflect, this could be a very easy substitute here, but also if it's just attacking me, I'm not really safe staying in, but I'm also not really safe switching out. I don't think I can really afford to switch out though. I mean, keeping this alive for Doji was kind of important though. Maybe I just take my losses and go to Drilbur here. Considering he's not going to be doing a ton anymore anyway. And this will be nice to keep around for Spritzy. Yeah, it's kind of scuffed at this point. We're in a bad spot. But I do think I'll switch. Kind of have to. I kind of need to keep Stunky healthy. We'll see what he goes for here though. Rapid Spin. Yeah. I could have seen that coming. But what can you do? I know an incoming Scald, I assume. We'll go for another Sandstorm in case he does something else weird. Yeah, he just kills us with Surf. Very fair. My boy. We see no Life Orb, okay. I think this is a... this is a... Apalm angle, right? Pumpkaboo's dead, so Fake Out's pretty unstoppable. I can expect Dojuo to come in and then I can go to Hone Edge on that, maybe. Nothing stopping a Fake Out here. Even if it is Onyx switching in, or something like that, I will just... I mean, I could Brick predicting Onyx to come in, but like... I don't think I'm about to do that in the face of a Staryu. Let's see though, how much does that... The fact it's Surf and not Scald is interesting as well. Makes me think it's not such a defensive variant. I can't really afford to brick though, because if he stays in, then we just if he stays in, we have a chance of just losing Apom on the spot. So fake out first is a safer play. He stays in, to be expected. Flinched. So the fact he stayed in is interesting. But I'm pretty sure it can't kill me with any one move. He could be switching out to Onyx here though, I suppose. It could be Rocky Helmet. And I kind of want to maybe knock off. Kind of predicting that to switch in. I feel like he would have gone to it here, but at the same time maybe he's waiting for the Fury swipes in order to get an easier KO. So we'll knock here. I'm going to predict the Onyx coming in. Nope. Ooh. It was a Violet. That would have been the freest Fury swipes in my life. That Thunder Waves us. Ooh, that's not good. I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he stayed in there, if I'm being honest with you. Considering, oh well, no, he did stay in, I suppose, before. I don't know. Just figure he was trying to bait Fury swipes, and now Apom's in a far worse spot. Damn it! That could have been such an easy Fury swipes too. This would have been. I would have been in a much better spot. But it's these scenarios, man. They ruin you. I'll just go for another knock. This is... yeah. Okay, we break through and we kill Staryu, so that's good, at least. But yeah, pretty bummed about that. That's a shame. Are we gonna see Doduo come out? Onyx, Growlithe, Spritzy? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Growlithe trying to get a speed boost. Onyx. That also makes sense. Can I switch on this? Not really. I could try knock it off. Like if he tries to go for rocks here, I don't really care that much. I don't think he is going to go for rocks here though. He doesn't have to. I assume it's just going to be an earthquake. And then I'll probably... oof, what do I even want to go into after that? I don't know what my game plan's going to be after Apom goes down. There's no way for me to get some easy chip here before it goes down. Sorry, I'm yapping. It's not going to be easy for me to take it down if it's sturdy berry juice. And I don't have a way for moving items either. But I don't think there's any merit in keeping this alive now. I think we'll just knock it off, see what it's supposed to go for. Earthquake, yeah. Okay. That exchange really sucks. I really wish I could have Fury swiped the Staryu there, but I thought the Onyx coming in with like Rocky Helmet was going to be too easy of a switching for him. I didn't want to risk it. But at least... So they've still got Spritzy and Doduo, Growlithe and Onyx. Kinda sucks that Growlithe is still alive, so I can't even try and do funny stuff with Horn Edge. Man, this is definitely sturdy berry juice. Maybe I just try to take it down with Destiny Bond, but then what's my Doduo answer? Abra? I still have Sucker Punch Stunky as well, I suppose. That might have to be what it comes down to. Yeah, let's go for this. I'm pretty sure we live an earthquake. I should have checked before I switched in, actually. I also should have gone to this sooner if I knew I was going to go into it. It would have, because now that I've been doing this for so long, I've been waiting to switch into this, he might think there's something up. But earthquake shouldn't kill us, which is nice. So we'll autotomize here. Goes for earthquake. Okay, and then you are coming down with me. Hopefully. I assume... Oh, imagine we see rocks here. If we see rocks here, I'll kill myself. Okay, good. I was about to say, if rocks comes out here, I will be very upset. But Onyx dies, beautiful. And I think this is a Abra angle. It's going to be hard switching it out though. And Spritzy is still alive, and if that's a Violite, which I'm pretty sure it is, I think that has to be. Staryu was a Violite. I think Spritzy has to be the other Violite user, and if it's a Violite, I can't beat Stunky. If it's a Violite, Abra can't beat it 1v1. No. Does he go straight to Spritzy here though, knowing I still have a Stunky in the back? I don't think he does, honestly. I think I'll go Abra here. Yeah, we see Growlithe come out. Intimidate comes off, that's fine. And hey, you know, who knows, maybe he'll try to go for Flame Charge here expecting to outspeed me. And then he doesn't. Like I said, Spritzy could be switching in. I could try and predict that switching in with the... by going to doubling out to Stunky, but I don't think that's a good idea, so let's just Psychic, it hits everything. Maybe he Flame Charges trying to kill me. Trying to get the 2 at KO maybe. He doesn't switch, so good I stayed in. Psychic doesn't kill. Speed F drop doesn't matter. See a Flame Charge, good. He expects to outspeed me now, but no, we are going to be revealing our Scarf next turn. But that is something I do not mind at all. It's a shame because not revealing Scarf here means he could go to Doduo, trying to just pick me off with Scarf. But now that he knows I am Scarf, he's not going to go to Doduo. He's going to go to Spritzy here. If Doduo was coming out here, I could have even killed it, and then if Spritzy comes in and kills us, I could have gone to Stunky and killed it. ZZ. Yeah. See, this is what I was talking about. But I think what I should do here is make a straight switch to Stunky. Because how much does that... This is definitely a defensive variant. How much does this Sludge Bomb do? 66 to 85, and Moonblast does just kill us, unfortunately. So I can't even afford to switch out. I have to stay in, and maybe by some stroke of luck, Stunky can one-hit KO Doduo. I'll need a crit, though. Let's see how it goes. Let's see it. Do you end up even being Calm Mind, maybe? Wish. Goes for Wish. Which is interesting. I could have made a very easy switch to Stunky there. Do I make the Stunky switch now on Protect? I don't see why he went for Wish there. Why didn't you just kill me? Do these usually carry protect? I mean, it's draft, this could be anything, but I'm assuming it's going to be protecting here, right? I'm going to make a play. Because why else would you wish here? If you weren't trying to... No, why? What? Was he just trying to keep himself healthier, I suppose? Oh, sure. I mean, okay. I'm not sure about that, but... That's it then. Man. I assume he was just trying to keep himself healthier. I forget, yeah, because if he kill, I psychic him, and I kill next. If yeah, that's gonna kill us. Okay, so that's that. So we lose week 6, which is pretty bad because that puts us at 4 losses and 2 wins. So we have to win. We have to win these next few games. We have to win these next 2 games if we want any possible chance of making it to playoffs. I don't think we do. I do think it's just over from here on out, but man, I see now why he went for Wish. He was keeping himself healthier for the Stunky, because he wishes I click Psychic again. Because he wishes as I click Psychic again and he kills me with Moonblast that turn. And Wish comes off and it heals him for more than it would. He would have been healthier with the Wish after 2 Psychics than after just 1 Psychic. It ensures him a safer victory, I guess. He is risking special defense drop and crit, 2 crits doing that, but the odds were in his favor, I suppose. So that was a misplay on my end, but honestly, I don't think it mattered too much. Even if Sludge Bomb picks him off there, even if Sludge Bomb does pick him off, there's a almost 100% chance I don't. Yeah, I never KO Dojuo with Sucker Punch, but there would have been a chance if I'd crit, and if we had rocks up still, it would have been a guaranteed KO. So misplay on my end, perhaps some multiple misplays on my end. That was an unfortunate battle, very not really back and forth, but very KO heavy, I suppose. That's sad. But you know what? It is what it is. Well, that'll be that. I'll have to try a lot harder next week. In all fairness, this was a very hard matchup, but yeah, I'll have to try really hard this week and next week if I want to make it to playoffs. But still, GG's, well played to Demo. Can't really fault him. He played really well. Yeah, I'm just not going to think about it anymore. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you guys for week 7. We'll see you then.